Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Welcome back to Utugo Engineering Services, and welcome back to House Plan Market. This platform is a medium where we discuss stage by stage process on our construction site activities. If you are just joining me for the first time, please, I would like you to subscribe and click on the notification bell. That way you can always get our new video content each time we upload. In my previous video, I took time to explain the leveling stage of our block work and the forming of the deck. You can click on the link just below the comment section to watch our previous video on our site activities. Right now, we are carrying out the iron work activities, the plumbing activities, and the electrical activities. If you watch closely, we are trying to create our base where the staircase base we start from. The iron, the mat has already been done, and in doing this, we consider lots of things. We consider the thickness of the staircase waist, and we consider the slope, so that at the end of the casting work we are going to be having an easy slope and not a slope that will be too steepy. In doing this, there are a lot of calculation underground. If you did not use a good experienced carpenter, you might end up in having a steep slope, and that might result into difficulty in climbing the staircase. The mat on our board has already been done, and the electrical connection also has been taken care of very well. For the plumbing activities, we are looking at connecting all our pipe as conduit rather than running it surface. If you want to run your conduit, your pipes, your plumbing pipes as conduit, you need to engage professionals so that you not experience leakage in the long run. Any mistake at this stage during our plumbing activities is going to cost the client serious pain in correcting it. So we don't use, we take is we try to guide against the materials that are being supplied. If the plumbing materials are not good, we can't use it. We use material that can resist, that have good resistance. Good pressure resistance for the plumbing materials, so that we will not have any breakage or leakage The same thing goes for the electrical pipes too. We don't use pipes that will give us problem or blockage in the long run, because if there's any blockage in any of our pipes, it means we have to be cracking the walls during installation of our wires. So we try to make sure that we don't use low quality material during our plumbing and electrical installation of pipes. Apart from that, the mat, we ensure that we use a kicker biscuit to raise up our mat carefully so that none of the rods will compress the electrical materials. After returning all our pipes, it is time for us to carry out our mass casting for the deck. We ensure that we use a concrete mixer. Some in some cases we might use one, but for this particular site we engage two of our concrete mixer so that we can cover up the beam activities in one day. Using what we do, we don't for us in Utico Engineering Services, we try to take care of the beam area a day. We don't always cast all our deck for just one day. We prefer taking care of all the beams and compact it very well with the help of a poker machine, so that at the end of the day we will not experience any honeycomb and all the beams will be tightly packed. After the beam casting, it is now time for us to consider the slab, the deck. It is time to consider the deck. Okay, so once we start casting the deck, we can decide to use just one mixer and engage more workmen. At the end of the day, we'll be able to complete the deck work. Before the casting of the, even when we are working on the deck work, we don't just pour the concrete on the deck and tap it. We still use our poker machine to vibrate the concrete. If you watch closely, you see what the young man is doing there is using the poker machine to compact the concrete work. After serious and extensively compacting the concrete work, okay, it is now time for us to still take the levels of what we want with the head of our line. After taking the levels, then we can tap it very well again. This process is not as easy as that, but we have to go through it just to get a quality and good result. In my next video, I will be explaining the formation of block work. Please, if you have not watched the previous video on our site activities, you can click the link below, or better still, try as much as possible to follow us up so that you can always get results of our site activities. That way, if you have question that can that you need answers to, we'll always be here to explain and give you answers to your questions. Thank you once again for watching through these site activities. Please remember to subscribe and share this video. We love you. Bye for now.